Hey everyone, welcome to Turning Points for Children, a subsidiary of Public Health Management Corporation, Kids at Heart Virtual Gala this year. My name is Keith Jones. I anchor the news for NBC 10, and for the 6th straight year, I am proud to be your MC for the night. They tell me that I'm back by popular demand, but since you're getting the Keith Jones at home in his office virtual experience, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I love Turning Points for Children, not just because I'm an advisory board member. Yes, that's right. People do call me for advice, but because they have dedicated and compassionate employees, an awesome mission, and of course, great outcomes. They change lives every single day, and I'm proud to be part of the Turning Points family. You couldn't keep me away from this event, even if you tried. So thank you so much for joining us here tonight at the Kids at Heart Virtual Gala. We have some very outstanding honorees. You're going to hear from a lot of them a little bit later, along with some lighthearted storytelling in the second half of the program. As I mentioned, this year I'm hosting the gala here from my office, and I've got a special co-host to introduce you to. I'd be remiss if I didn't show you Charlie right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie, woo! All right, your turn for the sponsors. What do you have to say? All right, we're both excited for the event tonight, and it's made possible by some generous sponsors that Charlie is very grateful for. In all seriousness, your goodwill, your philanthropy, it extends beyond tonight's event. The investment, of course, into Turning Points for Children is beyond incredible, and we thank you all for the power behind the work that we do each and every day. So thank you so much to our beacon of light sponsors. The first one, TD Bank, America's most convenient bank. You guys showed up in great numbers, and you're a great sponsor. Thank you so much for your support. Pico, moving smart energy forward. Pico is an honoree tonight and a wonderful corporate partner. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your support. And a special thanks to our Radiant sponsors, Asplund, Tree Expert, EDA Contractors, Riggs, Disler and Company Incorporated. Thank you for our Rising Star sponsors, CRC Group, BBD LLP, Camos Media. And thank you to all of our Points of Light sponsors, Bouchard Insurance, Amerisource Bergen, Carr and Duff Incorporated, Sauter Crane, Miller Brothers, Rachel Branson Esquire, the Lipstein Family Foundation, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and Crystal Thompson. Our luminary sponsors, BLB&B, Forensic Resolutions, Independence Blue Cross, 12th Street Catering. And our highlight sponsors, Deloitte Consulting, NJM Insurance, Upper 90 Prep and Kramer College Planning, Kristen and Tom Roberts, Kevin and Kim Bordner, and the Zeldin family. To every sponsor at every level, thank you so much for your wonderful support. It's greatly appreciated. All right, even though the event had to change, the mission remains the same. Turning Points for Children envisions a thriving community for everybody through a continuum of care rooted in evidence-based programming and high-quality care. They bring hope and stability to the most vulnerable of citizens, the children of Philadelphia. So the theme for tonight is Light Up the Night, shining a light on families made stronger and futures made brighter. Many times, the work of Turning Points and their staff have been the light at the end of the tunnel, the kind of light that helps homeless foster care youth find their way, the kind of light that distributes food in some of the hardest hit areas, the kind of light that keeps children in crisis safe, the kind of light that provides families the support they need to raise their children. And if you're watching and haven't had the chance just yet to donate, here is your chance right now to be a light bearer. Click on the QR code on your screen or go to the Turning Points webpage to donate now. A lot of things have changed since the last time we were together. For one, I have my dog with me. But not everything has to change. This time last year, more than 500 guests were being served specialty cocktails from our beverage sponsor, Tito's Handmade Vodka. So to help us light up the night, grab your dinner boxes and let's welcome Chelsea from Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Hi everyone, I'm Chelsea from Tito's Handmade Vodka, and we are so happy to be returning as the beverage sponsor for Turning Points for Children Virtual Gala tonight. Today, I want to show you guys how to make the perfect Moscow Mule. This drink is great if you're bringing over friends, family gatherings, even if you have to do it virtually. Let's get started. You want to start off with some ice in your shaker. Put in 1 shot of our favorite Tito's handmade vodka. After this, you'll put about a 1/2 ounce of lime juice. Shake this up and have your Moscow Mule cup. These mugs are wonderful for this cocktail because they keep it nice and cold. Pour that in and top with your favorite ginger beer. Tito used to say that we were a vodka company that turned into events company, but now we're a philanthropic company that does events and just sells vodka on the side. We're so happy to be here supporting Turning Points for Children, your wonderful vision, and this beautiful cause. So cheers to you. #LoveTitos.
Now that is how you make a Moscow Mule. Chelsea will be back in a little bit with another cocktail creation, so stay tuned for that. #LoveTitos. All right, I'm excited now to help kick off the program with some awards. The first one of the night is very special. This is the Staff Recognition Award called, Charlie, what is it? That's right, Charlie. Yeah, the Turning Point Award. It's given to Turning Point's employees based on 4 criterias of excellence. They're nominated by a fellow staff member in the areas of commitment, collaboration, leadership, and learning. Out of more than 500 eligible employees and 44 nominations, the 5 finalists are, in alphabetical order, Julie Anguera, KUA 10, Strengthening Family Specialist; Victoria Mathis, Project FAM; Joanna Pecora, KUA 9, Case Manager; Frank Tennant Jr., Life Set Specialist, Housing Prep Coordinator; and Katrina Tennant, Life Set Specialist, now Quality Improvement. And the 2020 Turning Point winner is Victoria Mathis from Project FAM. FAM! Congratulations, Victoria! And of course, everyone there in the top 5. Thank you so much for all the hard work you do. All right, next we're going to hear from Dawn Holden Woods, Chief Social Services Officer for PHMC, followed by the chairperson of the Kids at Heart Virtual Gala, Crystal Thompson, Vice President Business Enablement, Customer Operations for Amerisource Bergen. It is my pleasure first to welcome Dawn.
Good evening, everyone. I am thrilled to be here. So for anyone listening who doesn't know who I am, my name is Dawn Holden Woods. I'm the Chief Social Services Officer here at PHMC, and I put on makeup today, so I'm really thrilled about that. You know, during quarantine, I've been wearing a lot of blouses and yoga pants, so it's nice to actually be dressed and be here with you today. For those of you who have noticed a title change, I have been elevated, and my program responsibilities now include not only Turning Points for Children, but also the Research and Evaluation Group here at PHMC, which consists of 67 research scientists, as well as Health Promotion Services and Health Promotion Council, which focuses on workforce services and nutrition education. Turning Points for Children has been around for over 180 years, based here in Philadelphia, and we touch over 17,000 citizens annually. Our work really touches on, a handful of core areas. Finding forever families for kids. Can you imagine being in the pandemic right now and not having a family? We support young adults who have aged out of the foster care system, who don't have families, and during this time, we're serving as their family. We have a residential program called The Bridge that has 30 to 40 young adults who are there full time, and we're supporting their behavioral health needs until they're able to transition back into the community. We offer and operate what's considered to be community umbrella agencies, and that is really just child welfare services embedded in neighborhoods, and our agency supports West Philadelphia, Northwest Philadelphia, Southwest Philadelphia, and Frankfurt. So I think that gives you a bit of an overview of sort of who we are, and I have to say that our staff have just been phenomenal. Every day I am amazed by all of the good work that has gone into instantly pivoting to virtual services. We've been offering virtual community sessions. It's really just been great to see. We've still been certifying foster parents during this time and using YouTube channels and every mechanism that we have at our disposal to do that. So the good work of Turning Points definitely continues during this time. We are unable to be in person tonight for our gala. Anyone who knows me, who knows Eartha, knows that this gala is something that we've been doing for the last 20 years, and we love to have over 500 people together with us at the Franklin Institute. But because we really value the work and the importance that our work plays, not only today, but every day, we decided that we would still move forward with a virtual gala. I'm thrilled that we have 3 wonderful honorees who have agreed to really highlight and amplify the work that we're doing here at Turning Points. So our Trailblazer Award this year will be given to Dr. Richard Cohen, our CEO. Really thrilled to honor him this year, along with Pico and Mike Inocenzo. Pico's been doing a lot in the community in partnership with Turning Points, but also just to support vulnerable Philadelphians to ensure that they still have power during this time. And lastly, wanted to, highlight Rakia Reynolds, a Black woman who's an entrepreneur who's doing great things with Sky Blue Media. So Rakia and Mike will be receiving our Kids at Heart Award this year. We're grateful that each of them will be coming to you with words of inspiration and also sharing what they've been doing during COVID, how their lives and businesses have been impacted, and most importantly, they're going to share a bit about why they care about our mission and our work during this time. Our theme tonight is Light Up the Night. We think it's appropriate because we're living in a pandemic, and we all know through our own lived experience, the pandemic is a dark place. Food insecurity is a dark place. No child in Philadelphia should ever go to bed hungry if we can do something about that. And our staff have been out in the community doing pop-up pantries to do their part, and I recognize that they are the light and they are the hope. Racial injustice is also a dark place. We all must join together to light up the night. So while my heart is heavy, it's also very hopeful. Each day, I am really amazed at the kindness and humanity that is demonstrated by all the folks on the Turning Points teams. One thing that I really appreciate is that our staff live, work, and play here in the communities that we serve. And immediately after damage was sustained in some of the commercial corridors here in Philadelphia, our staff mobilized and were out cleaning up the community and trying to determine how they could remain a support to the families that we serve. Normally, if we were all in person at the Franklin Institute, we would be gathered around probably the bar, we'd be connecting with friends, we'd be catching up about all the good things that have happened here recently and all the things that concern us. And now I propose that we all toast to our theme, to Turning Points, to lighting up the night. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I can feel all of your energy here with us tonight. I hope everyone enjoys what we have planned and enjoy the program.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Crystal Thompson, chairperson of this year's Turning Points for Children Gala. And when I say this year, I mean 2020. What a year. What a year. When I agreed to chair the gala this year, I had no idea. What I was expecting was a gala. I was expecting Franklin Institute. I was expecting hair, nails, makeup, the works. But that's not 2020. 2020 had different plans. 2020 is a game changer. 2020 is a fighter. 2020 doesn't stop. And you know what else doesn't stop? Turning Points for Children. So what that means in the year of 2020 is that they need our support even more. When we had planned the gala as a gala, the goal was to raise over $500,000. And as you can imagine, That's going to be a difficult thing to do in this year, so we need your support even more. Tonight we have an amazing program lined up. We have fantastic honorees. The staff from Turning Points for Children are going to tell us their stories. Their stories are heartwarming. Their stories are entertaining. So thank you again for your support and joining us as we light up the night for Turning Points for Children.
Thank you so much, Dawn and Crystal, for those inspiring words, and a toast to hope, of course. We can all use a little bit of hope right now, right, Charlie? And now to our honorees. Each of them embody excellence, is a visionary in his or her particular field, and serves as a role model for others to follow. For the first time in the agency's history, I present you the Trailblazer awardee, Richard J. Cohen. Richard is recognized nationally as an authority in public health management. He served Public Health Management Corporation for 4 decades. As president and CEO, Richard leads one of the largest and most innovative public health organizations in the country. Turning Points recognizes Richard for his resiliency, his strength, his commitment, and steadfast dedication to public health and the mission of PHMC. As a PHMC subsidiary who's benefited from Richard's innovative approach, Turning Points for Children is proud to honor Richard J. Cohen with the 2020 Trailblazer Award.
Ever since I was a young teenager, when asked what I wanted to do, I pretty much described what I do right now. A large part of what developed that over time is that my mother got very sick when I was in high school, died early in my time in college, and I saw the connection of healthcare to the behavioral health of both myself and my family around those kinds of issues. The other part of that is my belief in relationships, that at each point I met different people that I brought into this rich array of folks that allowed me to better understand the work I did, and probably even more importantly, to actually accomplish the work that I needed to do for these kids, these families, for the communities that they were in. And so I've always thought my curiosity about people was a gift that I had. I appreciate that gift, and I really wanted to always develop that gift, and I still want to develop that gift. It's really important to want to know more about why and how we can do things. One way of thinking of those challenges are people, places, and things. And the people around kids are enormously important in their lives. The places are obviously really, really important. Kids need safety to grow, to feel that they can connect to the other people around them and that they're not at risk. Sports, art, reading, that list goes on. And what we need to do, and what Turning Points for Children is so good at, is developing those kinds of connections for kids and for families moving forward. When I lay awake at night, which unfortunately I do way too much of during the pandemic, I think most about the most vulnerable and how much we need to focus on fixing what's broken, not just during a pandemic, but all the time. So this is our time to do that. This is our time to figure out answers, to do something about healthcare inequities. It's just wrong. We need to do something about racial inequity, about treating the vulnerable and making sure everyone has access to a healthy and safe life. And I believe the team at PHMC, the inclusive team at Turning Points, is doing a better and better job finding the answers to these real issues and creating public health responses that will best serve people for generations to come.
Congratulations, Richard. All right, based in Philadelphia, PECO is Pennsylvania's largest electric and natural gas utility. In addition to ensuring that 2.1 million customers have a safe place to remain home during this pandemic, the company also employs roughly 2,700 people and, get this, generates approximately $2.8 billion in annual revenue. When COVID-19 struck, PECO, under the leadership of CEO Mike Innocenzo, was one of the first to spring to action, understanding the severity of the moment and financial hardships. In partnership with the city, the company extended support policies, they waived late fees, they reconnected customer power, and they provided additional customer support on a need-to-need basis. They know their work is more important now than ever, providing infrastructure that powers, hospitals, healthcare facilities, response centers, millions of homes and businesses. For that reason, Turning Points for Children is proud to honor Pico and Mike Innocenzo with the Kids at Heart Award of 2020. Congratulations.
You know, one of the things that I'm most hopeful and I would say also most excited about is the opportunity to really make a difference with some of the economic inequities that exist in the city. I love this city. I'm very proud of our role in Philadelphia. We've had problems before the pandemic, and we also know that some of the issues in the pandemic even heightened some of the challenges that we have in the city. So we knew that it was more than just keeping the lights on and the gas flowing for our customers. We also knew we had to help economically, and that's why when the pandemic started, we reconnected all customers who had been previously disconnected. In addition to just reconnecting them, we had conversations with them about payment arrangements and how we could provide them with grants, connect them to other social services that could help them stretch out their payments over long periods of time. Our customers are hurting, whether through their health risks or whether through the economic risks, and we wanted to be one thing that they didn't have to worry about. There are so many wonderful organizations in this city that provide so many essential services. And Pico, we partner with many of them, but we really look for leaders and organizations that share our values. You want to make bets on good people, right? And you want to make bets on good organizations. And Dawn and the work that she's doing with Turning Points and her entire team at Turning Points are people that we want to support because of their passion, because of their values, and because of their great focus on providing work that really does make a difference for our community. It really is an honor to receive this award, but I never miss an opportunity to accept an award on behalf of the 2,900 men and women who work for Pico. It really gives me an opportunity to brag about the great work that they do, the commitment that they have to the community. But most importantly to me, I think tonight this is really our opportunity to support and to say thank you and to recognize the work that Dawn and Turning Points do. If us having an opportunity to accept the award really helps an organization that means so much to us, we're really happy to do it and really humbled to do it and very proud to do it.
Congratulations, Mike. All right, one of the most sought after minds in strategic communications, Rakia Reynolds is a thought leader, a tastemaker, and a strategic communications expert who advises top Fortune 500 companies on creative strategy. Rakia has been guiding client successes with their own distinctive brand of authenticity and expertise for more than a decade. Although Rakia's expertise doesn't fit into a single box, her experience checks many. With an intentionally diverse client list that has included Airbnb, Comcast, the parent company of NBC10, Dell, Morgan Stanley, Serena Williams, Ashley Graham, Global Citizen, Landit, and many others, Rakia serves as founder and CEO of Sky Blue Media, a strategic communications agency. Turning Points for Children is proud to honor Rakia Reynolds with the 2020 Kids at Heart Award.
So Sky Blue Media is a multimedia communications agency that I founded 10 years ago after being a television producer and a magazine producer. I've always been an avid storyteller, and I wanted to be able to set up an agency where I could do storytelling on behalf of other brands. I think people can be more effective in giving more voice and more opportunities to vulnerable communities by first listening to what some of the challenges are and being able to follow through on plans. I think the world is starting to wake up to the voices and the thoughts, the ideas, and the innovation that comes out of young people, especially Generation Z, who is aimed at really changing the world. And I think the best advice that I can give to young people is to not let technology do all of the work for you, but in order to have effective change, let technology be an enabler of the work that you want to do. I really connect with things and products and places and organizations that share similar values to Sky Blue Media. So our values are authenticity and freedom of thought and integrity. And I think with an organization like Turning Points, who is devoted to really helping to shift global conversations and the conversations around Philadelphia children, for me, that's really important and it's paramount to our work. So, not only is it something that it's a shared value system for us, but we're really, really passionate about the organization. I believe that there are some systems that work and there's some systems that don't, but I think the world of adoption and fostering children is a system that people should embrace. I have someone very close to me that I love who was adopted at 11 days old, so that's my first adoption story. So, I think sometimes, folks have personal empathy and collective empathy, and I think when you have experience where you have firsthand experience and you've shared stories with people, it's your responsibility to tell those stories, whether you're working with an organization or not, so that we can build a collective empathy.
Well, congratulations once again to all of the extraordinary honorees. You are visionaries and guiding lights to the Philadelphia region and beyond. It has been a pleasure to serve as your MC here for this portion of the program. I'm Keith Jones. Again, you can catch me weekdays on NBC 10 News. Now, I wanted to get you ready for some entertaining and powerful storytelling. I want you to imagine that your screen right now is a stage and that you're in a theater. You've got the best seat in the house, of course, because it's your house. And your kitchen, of course, is the best concession stand in town. That's coming up. Until then, let's hand it back to Tito's Handmade Vodka. And then I'll turn the rest of the program over to the capable hands of Tanya Morgan. Good night, everyone. And good night from Charlie, too, who decided to take a nap here in the corner.
Hi, guys. Chelsea again, here with Tito's Handmade Vodka. I'm back for round 2. Hope you enjoyed the Moscow Mule, but right now I want to show you guys how to make a refreshing Tito's classic, the lemonade, with our personal spin, adding some muddled blueberries in. Let's get started. You want to grab your fruit of choice. We chose blueberries because they're in season, but you can choose strawberries, peaches, raspberries. They're some of my favorites. And start muddling. After the muddle, you can add your ice and your Tito's to the glass. Funny thing about Tito's is that this vodka is distilled 6 times, so it's basically good with everything. Doesn't matter what drink you make. Take the same cup that you use to shake with, and you can pour in your lemonade right on top for the perfect, refreshing drink. Shake all of your ingredients in. It'll be your lemonade, your muddled blueberries, your vodka, and the ice. And serve in the same glass that you shook in. This is a perfect drink for any kind of backyard or outdoor activities where you want a refreshing cocktail with your friends and family. Thank you guys so much for having Tito's Handmade Vodka, and cheers to you. #LoveTito's.